Thank you all for being here today. It's nice to see so many faces in the crowd. To kick off our event, I'm going to welcome up our President and CEO of Trillium Health Partners, Ms. Carly Farrow.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our guests here to the Credit Valley Hospital, part of Trillium Health Partners. This is a great day for our community. And so we're going to talk a lot more about that, but I just want to say, because we're in our atrium here at the Credit Valley Hospital, and I know looking out at the faces across our atrium, there's many of you who have been a part of getting to this moment for many, many years. So just thank you. And it's very special to be here today to celebrate. So this is a very exciting announcement where we are going to, with the Government of Ontario officials, our local representatives, be able to talk about significantly expanding access to cancer care right here in Mississauga and for across the region that we serve. This is an investment that will make a real difference in the lives of thousands of patients and families. So I do want to start by extending a very warm welcome to our very special guests and dignitaries who we would not be here without their ongoing support. Thank you to our amazing Deputy Premier and Minister of Health, the Honorable Sylvia Jones, Deepak Anand, who is here, our Member of Provincial Parliament for Mississauga-Malton, Sharif Sabwe, our Member of Provincial Parliament for Mississauga Erin Mills, who I think is going to be with us soon, Nina Tangri, our MPP for Mississauga Streetsville, and a very special member of the THP community as a former board member, as well as other local MPPs for their continued support. Our Minister of Long-Term Care, Natalia Kusendova-Bashta, Rudy Cazzetto, and Sylvia Gualtieri. This amazing group of people that we work very closely with day in and day out to advocate for the needs of our community. Very, very warm welcome to our city deputy mayor and our councillor for Ward 8, Matt Mahoney, who's here today. You know, this is a really important time in a generation for our hospital, and we've never had an experience, I will say, of where the entire community is coming so close around healthcare at the provincial level and at the city level to build the next generation of support. So thank you, Deputy Mayor Mahoney, for being here and for your incredible support. I do want to begin by acknowledging the land on which we gather here today for this very special announcement. Trillium Health Partners operates on the treaty lands and the territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, as well as the traditional territory of the Huron-Wendat and the Haudenosaunee nations. The land on which Trillium Health Partners is situated has been the site of human activity for 15,000 years and continues to be the home for many First Nations, Inuit, Métis, and urban Indigenous communities from across Turtle Island. Trillium Health Partners holds an accountability for caring for these lands and its inhabitants, and as an organization, we are committed to advancing equity and inclusion, and that includes acknowledging the systemic inequities that exist as we work collaboratively with Indigenous communities within our hospital, across our city, and across our region to create meaningful change. So this year, we celebrated the 20th anniversary of the Carlo Fidani Regional Cancer Center at the Credit Valley Hospital. Huge round of applause for that milestone. Again, I know there are people in the audience here today that were a part of those foundational planning for this regional cancer center and bringing it to life. And to see this growth is a very big deal. 20 years is a big deal. I celebrated my 20-year anniversary this year. My husband and I looked at each other and said, wow, we made it. And so I can feel that milestone in a really, really special way this summer as we think about this regional cancer center. And the way that our hospital continues to grow with the community growing us around us to now be one of the largest regional cancer centers in the province is a result of all of the partnerships that I described at the beginning, working together to develop new models of care and new services to meet the needs of the community. So 20 years ago, as we marked that milestone, was the first radiation therapy treated at this site. This is a very big deal for people who have to hear that diagnosis of cancer, to hear that you may have to travel a long distance to receive such an important part of your therapeutic process is very, very taxing. So when we started delivering cancer therapy here, radiation therapy, this is a game changer for our patients and families who then could receive this highly specialized care closer to home. So this now reminds us of where we've been, but also where we're going. Our community continues to grow, and the needs of our community continue to grow. As we mark this transformative moment for our cancer center and for the region, I want to acknowledge that this is a significant investment from the Government of Ontario, who have been through every step of our journey over the last number of years alongside us to ensure that these services exist in the city of Mississauga and for the broader region that we support. Today, we are announcing a significant expansion of radiation services here at the Carlo Fidani Regional Cancer Center. Very specifically, the funding will support the addition of 3 new halcyon linear accelerators. These are state-of-the-art pieces of technology that deliver high-precision radiation therapy and a specialized ortho voltage machine for treating skin cancers. Just to put this into context for everyone, this expansion will increase our radiation treatment capacity by more than 70%. Yes, 70. So this will allow us to care for over 7,200 patients annually right here in their own community. The Mississauga-Halton Central West region is and continues to be one of the fastest growing and most diverse regions in Ontario and Canada. Our cancer program has long been recognized for its efficiency and excellence, built by design 20 years ago that way. We know that demand has outpaced capacity. That has driven our innovative models and the way we work together as a team. This investment now means that fewer patients will need to travel outside of the region for care, and more families can stay together for what is often the most difficult times in their life. On behalf of everyone at Trillium Health Partners, I want to thank the Government of Ontario for recognizing the need, and I want to thank you, our exceptional care teams, for making this reality what we are up to announce today. Your dedication, expertise, and compassion are what makes it possible. So with that, it is now my pleasure to welcome Sylvia Jones, our Deputy Premier and Minister of Health, whose leadership and support have been instrumental for cancer care and all of healthcare services in our region.
Thank you, Carly, and good morning, everyone. You know, Carly talked a lot about efficiencies. And in a government world, sometimes we think efficiencies is all about the money. But for me, when I hear how incredibly well and the efficiencies that you've been able to achieve as a team, it's about the people that you are serving and the patients that you are serving. As Carly mentioned, you know, it's not an easy pathway when you have to go through cancer treatment. And to make sure that that is as seamless and smooth as possible is because of the work that you are doing every single day. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning. It is indeed great to be back in Mississauga alongside MPP Sabawy, Associate Minister Nina Tangri, and MPP Deepak Anand. who are absolute champions at Queen's Park for your healthcare needs in Mississauga, and of course, strong supporters for building a more connected and convenient healthcare system across all of Ontario. Thank you to Credit Valley Hospital and Trillium Health Partners for hosting us today for this exciting announcement. On behalf of Premier Ford and our entire government, thank you for providing exceptional care for patients and families across Mississauga and surrounding communities each and every day. Under the leadership of Premier Ford, our government has been making historic investments to protect Ontario's healthcare system and taking bold and innovative action to make it easier for patients and their families to connect to convenient care closer to home. We continue to build capacity across our healthcare system, including, of course, right here in Mississauga. And as part of our $2.1 billion primary care action plan, we have been expanding access to primary care by investing more than $5 million this year to connect approximately 12,000 more people to primary care in Mississauga. We are also making critical investments to expand and modernize our province's hospitals. Over the next 10 years, we are investing nearly $60 billion in major health infrastructure, part of our government's plan to get shovels in the ground on more than 50 major hospital projects across Ontario, which will deliver an additional 3,000 new hospital beds on top of the already 3,500 hospital beds we have brought online since 2020. This includes, of course, an investment of more than $15 billion towards the Trillium Health Partners' broader redevelopment project, and that will see additions of new patient care towers at the Gilgan Family Queensway Healthcare Centre and the building of a new hospital at the Peter Gilgan, Mississauga site, both of which are now under construction and will add over 600 net new hospital beds. Additionally, our hospital has increased Trillium's operating fund by nearly $48 million to support this growing community. Expanding access to cancer care at the Carlo Fidani Regional Cancer Centre here is another way our government has been building on this progress. The Carlo Fidani Regional Cancer Care Centre in Peel is one of 14 regional cancer centres across Ontario that provide a range of advanced services to screen, diagnose, and of course, treat cancers. The Carlo Fidani Regional Cancer Centre runs, it says one of the most, it's the most efficient radiation programs in the province. You are performing almost 200 more radiation treatments per machine than the next highest regional program, and almost 275 more than the provincial average. And while I cannot have favorites as the Minister of Health, thank you, thank you, thank you. And today, of course, we're pleased to say that our government has been investing to support the upgrade and expansion of your radiation oncology treatment program, which will include the addition of 3 new linear accelerators, an ortho voltage machine, and the additional recovery and support areas for patients, enabling Credit Valley to continue to do what you already do, which is provide world-class cancer care by treating thousands of patients every single year. This means shorter wait times for patients and families facing cancer diagnosis, and is another important step our government is taking to ensure patients and their families in this growing region are providing the right care in the right place for decades to come. Thank you again to the entire team at Trillium Health Partners and Credit Valley Hospital. It does not happen without a team approach. It does not happen without a commitment from every single person who is engaged in this work. So thank you. And to the amazing healthcare workers across Mississauga and Peel region for the tremendous care and support you provide patients and their families. I appreciate your work. We acknowledge and see the incredible work that is happening here, and congratulations on your expansion. It's now my pleasure to invite MPP Sabawe to come up and share a few words.
Good morning, everyone. It is actually very emotional to be here today talking about the cancer, as my dad was treated here in this hospital about 12 years ago. And as much as it's awful to be diagnosed with cancer, or one of your family get diagnosed, it's actually much worse when you have to wait, when you know that the clock is ticking. So it is my privilege to join you today at Credit Valley Hospital, home to Carlo Fidani Regional Cancer Center. I want to begin by expressing my gratitude to the dedicated physicians, nurses, staff, and volunteers at Trillium Health Partners who provide outstanding care every day to patients and families in our community. Today's announcement marks an important step forward for cancer care in Mississauga and across our region. With the province approval of funding for 3 new Halcyon linear accelerators and 1 new orthovoltage machine, the Carlo Fidani Regional Cancer Center will be able to expand treatment capacity, meet the growing demand for services, and ensure timely, equitably access to life-saving care. This investment is not just about machines. It is about people. It is about ensuring that patients facing one of the life's most difficult challenges can receive high-quality care in a familiar setting close to home, surrounded by the support of family and loved ones. By strengthening capacity here in the Credit Valley, we are reducing the need for referral, alleviating pressure on current services, and most importantly, giving patients the dignity of care that is both accessible and compassionate. This initiative reflects our government's commitment to building a stronger healthcare system, one that is responsive to the unique needs of every patient and family, and one that supports care that's not only cutting edge, but also culturally safe and rooted in the values of our community. To everyone at Trillium Health Partners, thank you for your vision, your dedication, and your leadership. Together, we are making sure that cancer patients in Mississauga and beyond have access to the very best care close to home. Thank you very much.
To Minister Jones and to MPP Sabawe and all of our local MPPs from the Government of Ontario, just again, a thank you that reflects, in my job, that is one of the things that I do. I walk out of the walls and I get to work with partners, and it means the difference of how the next generation is going to build in this community, in this region. And your commitment has always been there in a very visionary way for the kind of healthcare system that we know that we can deliver, especially in the growing communities that we are lucky enough to serve as your hospital. So thank you, thank you, thank you, right back at you. Okay, so now I'm very excited that we can talk a little bit to the care teams and our patients and get the true meaning behind what this investment is going to yield for our community. So to begin, I'd like to ask Dr. Scott Barry, who's our Regional Vice President of the Mississauga-Halton Central West Regional Cancer Program, and our Chief and Medical Director of Oncology to share more about what this is going to mean today, tomorrow, and in the future.
Whoops. Thanks, Carly. Good morning, everyone. I first walked through this atrium in 1997 as a medical oncology trainee, and then it was very clear what this cancer center meant to the people in this community. And I think that it's a real privilege to be here on this exciting day and a pivotal moment as we move forward and provide even more meaningful care for the patients in our region. So it's a really real privilege to be here. Thanks to Minister Jones for joining us today. It's a pleasure to welcome you to Trillium Health Partners. A warm welcome also to our local MPPs and municipal partners from Mississauga for joining us today. When someone hears the words, "you have cancer," their life changes in an instant. Time seems to stop, and for patients and families, a flood of fear, uncertainty, and questions follow. In those moments, we know that patients in our region who need radiation can turn to the team at Carlo Fidani Regional Cancer Center for answers, for treatment, and for hope. Our center is the regional hub for patients who need radiation, and our region is very large. It's wonderfully diverse. It's growing faster than almost any other region in Ontario. And we're proud to be a leader in Ontario Health Cancer Care Ontario's provincial cancer system. And we're deeply committed to advancing the provincial priorities of expanding access, improving outcomes, and reducing disparities in cancer care. The demand for care, as we've heard, has been extraordinary. Over the past decade, our population has grown by 25%, and this rapid growth is going to continue. Faced with the increasing number of patients needing care, our staff has worked tirelessly. And once again, we will be thanking them throughout the day. They have worked tirelessly to build Ontario's most efficient radiation treatment program. And thanks for highlighting that, Minister Jones. Because they wanted to make sure that every patient in this region who could get their care here. And through every challenge, the team has remained focused on serving patients and their families, and their unwavering commitment to serving those patients and families is truly inspiring. So thank you once again. Thank you to our team. When our capacity in our region was stretched, we got to see the strength of Ontario's cancer system in action because other regions stepped in to help, ensuring no patient in our region ever had to forego timely access to care. The incredible growth in our region is also why today's investment is so significant. The arrival of these new LINACs will enable us to expand our extending care to even more patients, and I think, as importantly, easing demands on our remarkable team. With this expansion, and you've heard this before, we're going to be able to treat more than 7,200 patients a year. As Carly noted, that's a 70% increase. And that's going to have a profound impact on patients and families. As we know, a course of radiation can take several weeks, and rapid access to expertly delivered radiation treatment close to home will provide great comfort to the patients who will be allowed to remain closely connected to their families, their loved ones, and the community supports that are absolutely essential to their care. Every patient in our region deserves nothing less than that. So it's an important day also because I'd like to take some time to express some gratitude because this didn't happen without a lot of effort. So to our Minister of Health and other provincial and municipal government colleagues, thanks for your partnership and support. To our colleagues at Ontario Health Cancer Care Ontario, thank you for your leadership, coordination, and advocacy. To the senior leaders at Trillium Health Partners, thank you for your vision, your support, and collaboration. It's truly been a collaborative effort. And to our regional partners for your commitment to building a system of care that works best for our patients. And last but certainly not least, a heartfelt thanks and my deepest appreciation to our radiation oncology team. Your dedication, your innovation, and your compassion are the foundation of everything we celebrate today. Now, through our collective efforts, we'll continue to make a meaningful difference in the lives of the patients of our region. Your partnership is essential to our shared mission, and we value the strong relationships that make this possible. Together, we're strengthening Ontario's cancer system, and every patient in our region who needs radiation will be able to look to the Carlo Fidani Regional Cancer Center at Trillium Health Partners with confidence, knowing a dedicated team is here to provide the care they need when they need it, close to home. So thank you, and a really exciting day. So now I'd like to introduce my colleague, Dr. Anthony Braid, head of the Division of Radiation Oncology here at Trillium Health Partners. He's also the regional lead for radiation in our Mississauga-Halton Central West region. Dr. Braid will let us know more about the efforts of our outstanding radiation team. And this also gives me an opportunity to publicly thank Dr. Braid for his stellar leadership, which has been instrumental to this pivotal change for our community.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Minister Jones, Carly, Deputy Mayor Mahoney, our MPPs, for your remarks, and you're welcome. And a big good morning to the greatest radiation oncology team in the world. That is not hyperbole. I stand by that. We have done things that are unprecedented within our field, and I'll talk a little bit about that. I'm so excited to be here today and to express to you all how happy I am, how happy we all are to be participating in really one of the most pivotal days in the history of the oncology program at the Carlo Fidani Regional Cancer Center. A bit of context. So this is a capital B big deal. This is, if I'm not mistaken, the largest provincially approved radiation oncology capacity expansion since the South Lake Cancer Center was opened in 2010. The amount of additional capacity that we're bringing in, just to contextualize, is larger than what you would get with a new cancer center, a brand new cancer center on its own. It is more than what you will find at Barrie, for example, or in Windsor. It's comparable to the existing capacity that you'll find in Kingston, in Oshawa, South Lake, and Grand River. And we're adding that to our existing facility. And through the able help of our redevelopment team here, we didn't ask for a new building. We're putting this into our existing footprint. And it comes in somewhere around 1/10 the cost of a new cancer center. And we're projecting will be built within less than half the time that would take as well. So huge thank you to the redevelopment team as well. I won't reiterate what you've already heard about the overwhelming need that we've been facing in our region. You have all been living it. I wanted to just take a few moments to address my remarks of gratitude to the team. So collectively, we have done things that no other program in the country has done. Run the program 7 days a week while we replace Linacs. Sure, we did that. I won't explain technically why that's a challenge. It sounds easier than it is, but it was a big deal. And we did that for 18 months, and no one does that. And during the pandemic, when word got out that we were going to run a 7-day model, we had messages back from as far away in the UK, effectively, or to the effect, are you crazy? What are you doing? And yes, it wasn't easy, but we did it well, and we did it with grace. As an aside, a couple of years ago, I was invited out to BC to speak to the entire BC Cancer Agency radiation program about this specific topic, about a 7-day model. And it was quite controversial. I'd never been to a talk where the host felt compelled to stand up ahead of me and tell everyone that they needed to remain calm and be nice to me. Maybe some of our political guests have faced crowds like that, but that was a new experience for me. Extended hours. So we've been running extended hours far beyond anyone else in the province or the country for years. And why? And why have we gone to these lengths? It's because all of you understand at the end of the day, it's really about putting patients first. And fundamentally, we believe in our hearts that ensuring our patients are getting top quality care as close as possible to home is what really matters. So today I wanted to say thank you to all of you. And so everyone in the radiation program, hands up, come on, I know you're there. Huge round of applause for everyone. Thank you. Your sacrifices, your hard work, as you heard, they are seen and they are appreciated and being recognized today. I wanted to take the opportunity on behalf of the team to thank all of our assembled dignitaries here today, Minister Jones, Premier Ford, our regional MPPs, our municipal partners. So big round of applause. Thank you for all of the support. And also to the oncology leadership team and the THP leadership team. We would not be here without you. And my deepest thanks also to my partners, Raxa and Sandy, who's not here today, and it is killing her not to be here today, but she's on vacation in Italy, so we won't feel too upset for her. So on that note, I would like to invite up one of our patients, one of my patients, Mr. Josephino, to say a few words. Please give him a warm welcome. I'm sure he's very nervous, and I'm grateful to him for agreeing to do this on such short notice. So remain calm, be very nice to him.
Tough act to follow. Good morning. Thank you for having me today. I truly am honored to be here and to tell you about my experience with Credit Valley and the radiology department where I first met Dr. Braid. My name is Josephino, and in 2017, I received diagnosed that turned my family world upside down. Stage 4 colon cancer. It was frightening time, but it was also beginning of a journey. Our journey filled with resilience, hope, and extraordinary care. That journey led me to Credit Valley Hospital, where I found not just treatment, but a team of people who genuinely cared. And I say this from here. Through multiple surgeries and many rounds of chemotherapy, the staff at Credit Valley Hospital walked beside me with compassion, strength, and unwavering support. I am deeply grateful for their expertise, for their kindness, and for the hope they helped me hold on to during the toughest moments. As my treatment progressed, each phase brought its own challenges and its own heroes. Just when I thought I had reached the end of the road, there was still one more critical step in my journey, radiology. This is where I met Dr. Braid and his incredible team, and they are incredible. During a time that was scary, uncertain, Dr. Braid was reassuring, and he and his team provided me with the most tender care and support that I could ever have asked for. From the very beginning, I was struck not only by their compassion, and professionalism, but by also their remarkable technology they used, the precision and innovation behind the equipment gave me confidence knowing that the treatment was carefully targeted, efficient, and tailored to my needs. It was clear that I was in the best people's hands, who were working at the cutting edge of cancer care, and the department helped me bring comfort and reassurance to me and my family. And in turn, they became part of my family as well. I cannot express how I am to this team, how grateful I am to this team, especially Dr. Braid and the Credit Valley Hospital for providing excellent care so close to home. Thank you, Dr. Braid. I am truly, truly grateful to you, because without, I may not be here. And if I would have known, I would have worn my tuxedo. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. We are all here because we want to be in the moment of need there for our patients and families. So it is most powerful, I know, to all of us to hear from Joe and the impact that this program has had on his life and his family's life and what we're building today for everyone. So I'm really, really pleased today that our Deputy Mayor, Matt Mahoney, could join us, and I'm going to ask him to come up and say a few words and just be reminded that communities build healthcare, and healthcare is built by communities, and we have the greatest city going. And again, not that we're competitive, but it's a darn great city, and it's great because of our municipal leaders like Matt Mahoney, who are all coming together to make our city stronger in every way. Over to you, Councillor Mahoney.
Thank you, Carly. And Joe, talk about a tough act to follow. So as I stand before you and try to gather myself after that, I really want to thank you for sharing your story as well, talking about the great work that the folks at Credit Valley Hospital do. And to you, Doctor, thank you for all of your help. Pleased to join you today on behalf of Mayor Parrish and the members of council for this important announcement regarding the expansion of cancer services at the Carlo Fredani Regional Cancer Center right here at Credit Valley Hospital. We know that cancer continues to be one of the leading causes of illness, and 1 in 2 Ontarians can expect to receive a cancer diagnosis within their lifetime. Here in Mississauga, thousands of residents are diagnosed with cancer each year, highlighting the urgent need for accessible and comprehensive cancer care close to home. Mississauga is one of the fastest growing and most diverse cities in Canada. As our community grows and expands, the need for specialized cancer care and treatment grows as well. This expansion will greatly improve access to life-saving care for our patients from Mississauga, but also from those across Southwest region. Many will be able to receive radiation treatment locally, allowing them to have all their cancer treatment care within their own community. Streamlining this type of care helps reduce the burden on families and loved ones during a very challenging time. We demonstrated as a city our commitment of $390 million to support the construction of the Peter Gillen Mississauga Hospital and the Shaw Family Hospital for Women and Children. As a city, we're very proud to support the growth of Trillium Health Partners and to provide greater access to high-quality care from our community for generations to come. I want to thank Trillium Health Partners for their leadership and for their dedication in advancing cancer care right here in our community. Today's announcement of expanded cancer service is truly welcome news and a vital step forward in responding to the growing healthcare demands. We look forward to a very positive impact of those expanded services on the lives of countless individuals and families across Mississauga and beyond. Thank you very much.
Okay, so listen, everyone. Before we conclude today, I think that I'd like everybody to just take a moment and take a picture in your mind about this day. 20 years to build up to a moment where we are going to expand in such a profound way. Everybody in this atrium in some way has a role to play in what we're announcing today. And you heard from Joe, and we're all feeling that. The depth of the impact is deep. Actually, I'm going to totally use Dr. Braid's capital B big deal. I'm using that forever now. It's a capital B big deal. And it happens because of thousands of hands and minds and hearts. But at the end of the day, I do want to say, because I think we're all feeling it, Councillor Mahoney and I just had a little whisper in leaving. This is heart work more than anything. We're all here, every single one of us, because it's heart work. And when I know behind the scenes what this radiation program, what Dr. Braid talked about in terms of the way that you stretch and innovate and shape something to get everybody cared for, this is an incredible organization that sets the way for that. And it's amazing what's done. We're talking about equipment today that is, sometimes I say, sometimes hospitals move slowly because it's kind of like nuclear facility precision. In today's announcement, we're literally talking about the demonstration of that highest level of specialized care that we provide that makes us need to move carefully. When we move fast and we do so much and we're able to stack hands and make such a historical announcement, it's because we all showed up with our heart first for doing something that others can't do when they work alone, which is what we say at THP all the time. We're better together. So I want you to take a picture in your mind of being here today because it is a very, very special capital B big deal day. And there will be millions, because as the minister knows, in Peel region, it's always at scale. It will be millions of people that are impacted by today's announcement. Thank you to those who've been here to build to this day, and thank you to those who are going to be together with us to build for the future. Have an amazing day, and thank you, everyone.
Okay, great. Amazing. Okay, I am going to ask